Tuesday, November 7, 2023. All night I was thinking about the crankshaft. Why? Because the measurements that I get yesterday, I found it 0.065 of a millimeter plus minus 5,000 of a millimeter. Some of the journals were giving to me 700 of a millimeter, some other 600 of a millimeter. So I was thinking, until I put the plastic cage to double check, because the tools are new, I said, okay, maybe it's the tools, the one that I choose. And then I get the plastic cage. Get the plastic cage, and if you come here it's more clear to see. It's not 0.051, it's not 0.076, it's somewhere between. The same thing in all of them. It's exactly the same thing in all of them. Like I said, it's not 0.076, it's not 0.071, it's somewhere between. It looks like that the tools, they work correct. Okay. Then, the good news, what are the good news? The good news are that if you see the journal, at least I measured the journal, all right? It's nice and square, it's nothing like the old crankshaft. The old crankshaft is all over the place, like I said. Even the dimensions, the diameter or the surface, it's all over the place. But on this crankshaft, what do you see? You see equal. You don't see that in one point it's loose, in the other point it's more tight. All of them, they have the same pattern. That's a good one. Okay, the number 7 is a little bit more tight. This is almost 500 of millimeter. It's okay, it's okay. But again, it's 100 times better than the old crank over there. To me, to my eyes, yes, it is 100 times better. I mean, if I had time, I'm gonna put the other crank to see the difference, but I don't have a time. This engine, it has to be ready this week, because next week, you need to run. Now, will it gonna be okay at this tolerance, at this clearance? Yes, it will gonna be okay, and I'm gonna explain why. The engine is not sitting on idle on a traffic light. The engine, it's not running with a 0W20 oil, it's running with 10W60 oil. The idle, it's not at 600 RPMs. To say that it's going to be very low the idle for emissions and for fuel efficiency, no, it's not the case. All right, it's idling something like 1100 RPMs, something like that. So it's not, you're not going to have a problem. You fire the engine, you make your run, you turn off the engine. For this reason, it's not going to have any problem this season. For the next season, we're going to see what are we going to do. But for this season, you're not going to have any problem. Guarantee this. For the reasons what I mentioned earlier. Okay? What I'm going to do now. The crankshaft, I didn't wash it. I clean only the journals, the mains, to be able to use the plastic cage. I have to take it out. I have to check also for the connecting rods, just in case, to be okay. And then moving on. I need to clean the crankshaft, wash the crankshaft, and move on. Yeah, I haven't installed yet the cooling jets down there. They're missing. All right, clearly, this is the oil from the factory, from the machine shop. But like I said, the mains, they don't have oil. It's dry. The same thing also with the main bearings, the lower and the upper one. Let's move on. Let's move on because no time. Even if you had the time, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get an oversized bearings, and then you're gonna remove 0.25 from the journals, and then you're gonna end up to have a crankshaft like this one, right? This is the safest, fastest, and much clever option that we have right now to be able to run the engine better than before, at least. Because trust me, the other crank is going to be all over the place. If this crank is giving to me 600 to 700 millimeter, the other crankshaft will going to give me more than 110 of millimeter. All right. So moving on. Enough talking. Let's start. Let's start here. Let's start working. All right. Now, crankshaft is being washed. I'm installing it. Why the screwdriver there? I'm going to explain. First thing first, the number 4 for the thrust washers, it's not been machined properly. Alright, that's the first one. Because if I remove it, I have a different clearance, axle movement, and when I install it, I have different again. Now, 20 Newton meters of torque in 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Screwdriver here, just by hand, just to stay there. Okay? And the number 4, it's loose. The rest, there are 20 Newton meters, like I said. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna torque it down there. Again, it's not right because it's not been machined right. But for now, it's okay. We don't have a time. Next week, there is a race, you know. Later on in the future, if the owner changes the crankshaft bearing caps, we're gonna make sure to be machined properly. All right, it is what it is. Let's move on. I believe that it's not even machined straight, the cap. What's this? 600, 0, 600. It's tight. Okay, it has also some oil, obviously. So say 100 more, it's gonna be 700. I'm gonna be happy if I say 1/10 of a millimeter. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, for now it is what it is. Moving on. Looking good. It doesn't bite anywhere. And it looks fine. Why I'm not doing the test with the wrench? Because it has 7 mains, okay? Plus, I'm using this one, Lucas, because I couldn't find the driven one, the one that I was using before. It's not available here at least. Alright, so it has a little bit more resistance, this assembly grease. Plus, like I said, there are 7 journals. Moving on. I put back the plugs for the oil gallery, 1, 2, and the other 2 that's behind the oil pump. I have changed the O-rings, these 4 O-rings. I get it from the kit. This, just because now it's in front of me, this is for the drain plug, and I have it here inside. I put a new one. Then I have the stock crank gear, and here I'm cooking the billet one. I need a little bit to warm it up to slightly nice inside. I put the front seal. I keep it 1 millimeter more out just to don't end up on the same groove as it was before. Okay, I apply sealant. Fine, looking good. Now I have the oil filter housing, the adapter that I need to install, and a couple of other small things, some fittings. I need to clean also some things like this. This is for the oil pan down, yeah. I'm gonna replace the old gaskets. Yeah, it's here, right? Either this or the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna see which one is what. Yeah, whatever has the kit, I need to go to clean also the fittings here. Yeah, stuff like that. Moving on. And then I have to get the new valves from there, the new intake valves, and lap it. From the exhaust side, I'm done. The intake's remaining. And then, and then how I'm gonna close it. All right. Screw it. I'm gonna upload the video till now. And later on, I'm gonna make another video. Yeah. That's it for now. Thank you. Yeah, I know I stopped the video, but you get used to it, right? The thing is I didn't merge the clips, so I can continue, I guess. Where am I now? I have installed the billet gear here nicely. I installed back the water pump and a couple of other stuff, okay? Please note that this plug, it's not the right threads here. Okay, screw it. Now, you're gonna ask me, Tassos, why the fuck you didn't put the piston connectors inside and you start dressing the engine around? Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you why. Let me open this one, then you're gonna understand why. the connector bearings, they're coming undrilled. I mean, I think that you can get it, you can purchase it. Just give me a second to remove it. Okay, the new connector bearings are coming without this hole here for the billet connectors. Alright, so I had to drill this hole, and you see that it's not precise. I'm gonna like to be a little bit more precise than this, but it's gonna do the job. Alright, why this happened? I'm gonna explain. It's very simple why this happened. Because I had 4.5 millimeters drill bit, and I have also 5 millimeters, and this pin here is 4.7 something. Okay, so first I make it with the 4.5. It was not entering inside, and then I make it with the 5 millimeters. That it makes this small movement, but it's okay. It's okay. I already cleared it from here up to don't have anything positive, to don't bite. Okay, and the same thing also from down, obviously. So that's why I didn't put inside the piston connecting rods, and I will start dressing all around the engine with the rest of the parts. Okay, now I'm gonna upload it. Because what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna install the piston connecting rods. It's gonna help me, by the way, it's gonna help me this gear to secure it, to hold the crankshaft steady, to be able to get the clearance for the connector bearings, to get to see how it is. It's supposed to be much better than the other crank. Okay, but this is gonna help me a lot. Yep, I don't have okay, fuck it, screw that. Then, okay, piece connecting rods. I might close also down the oil pan to finalize it with the oil pickup tube, everything there. And then I'm gonna lap the valves. I'm gonna leave the lapping the valve lapping, okay, at the end. Yeah, that's the plan. Don't pay attention on this. This is not mine. I didn't open the water pump. There is no time to open the water pump. Priority to close the engine, to put together, because next week need to run. Okay, I hope that I make myself clear. Thank you. Over and out.